What's up, everybody? This is Zack, aka Zacky, aka I am Zacky, creator of Jetlight Radio, many more podcasts, and Zack.coffee. It is Saturday night, February 10th. It is about 10 p.m. Pacific time, and I am recording a new episode. It's just time to write a new episode. It's going to be very thorough. There's going to be lots of information, and like I said before, guys, this video is for my fans and supporters. This is not for, sorry to say, bimbo blondes and brunettes who were on TikTok for 8-second videos. If you have a short attention span, just stop watching right now. This is gonna go right over your head, and you're gonna be bored to death. So, you know, if you just like the music, then just tune in to my podcast and just enjoy the music. Put on your earbuds, get half naked, and drink your wine a glass in your bathtub, and go ahead and do that. That's fine. Doesn't bother me. Now, for my other fans, the geeks and everybody else who love technology, foreign affairs, and everything else that I do, let's dive right in. My wife got to go to Panera Bread. I had some bagels. They were delicious. Hazelnut cream, definitely the best. Really great bagels that just made me think of Felicity. I don't know if you guys used to watch Felicity. I'm a huge fan of Miss Russell. She's a great actress, and she was nowadays in The Diplomat on Netflix, and season 2 is on its way. I can't wait to see what's going to happen with that season. It's really looking forward to her, and essentially, if I was and in another dimension, even in this dimension, could work in conjunction with the women on foreign affairs, I would love to work on that. Now, obviously, in her series, she's much more interested in someone else. But like I said, if she would be my American counterpart, that would be her. And to talk about myself as kind of a more of a Frenchie or a French person, we're talking about Quai d'Orsay, and I'll talk more about that in my French video for Coffee with Zacky. This is Coffee with Zack. Let's talk in English. I wanted to go ahead and first and foremost remind everyone a doctor's warning about the lemonades from Panera Bread. This is the regular lemonade. This is fine. This is a regular lemonade. I'm drinking it. I'm fine. I'm okay. But Panera Bread also has these special lemonades that have energy drinks. Now, these are not your little Monster energy drinks and Red Bull energy drinks. No, apparently those energy drinks are like worse than Four Loko. Really bad energy drinks, and people have been reported to have died from heart attacks. This is not a joke. This has actually really happened. So please, if you go to Panera Bread, and I probably should go there and make a complaint, but get a regular lemonade, which is what I tend to do. I get a lemonade, I get my salad, but do not get the salad. Do not get the drink with the energy drink at Panera Bread. That drink is very dangerous. Should be taken off the menu. I had some. What else did I have? Speaking of salad, just please eat more salad if you want to have a better digestion system, and if you have a problem with digestion, please eat some salad. Moving on, blog post 1095 is on its way. I'm working on it. It's gonna take some writing to do it, and as I get closer to blog post 1100. That's a lot of work. That's another milestone, and looking forward to take a break when that happens, because I think that's enough work for someone to actually start clapping and say, okay, that's a lot of work. You've been working on this for 8 to 10 years. Hopefully there'll be an investor or a VC or an angel investor or someone that's willing to help me with what I want. Is, like I said, I'm not out there doing an elevator pitch for millions of dollars or billions of dollars like I should. I could do that eventually. Honestly, I'm at this point in time. I want a new vehicle. I need a German engineering vehicle, preferably an Audi or a BMW. I know that Porsche and Mercedes wants to get in there and start fighting. But honestly, guys, there's been a lot of damage in the world. There's a lot of craziness happening. This this battle has to stop. You know, one of you guys can be the victor, the other one can be the loser and still win. If you both want to win, you can donate and let me have an Audi sports car and a BMW SUV. There you go. That's how to do it. And everyone's happy. I'm happy because I need a car for my commute. You guys are happy because both of your brands, neither of them are tarnished. Um, okay, let's go straight into music, into my music therapy and the work that I do. Jelly Radio 1735 is in progress. I'm working on it, looking to make the playlist and looking forward to what I can do with that. Big Q Radio is at episode 1154, and I have about 20 more episodes to make, and then if I get those done, then I'm actually getting closer to Big Q Radio 1200. It's a really big milestone for me to get to Big Q Radio 1200. This is a great podcast for people who are studying in college and university and whatever level you're at, and especially for those who are taking their MCATs, their LSATs, or like myself, working on the PMP for project management. Let's see, Lambda Radio, Full Metal Panic, Lambda Radio, very important episodes on their way. It's very tough because I'm kind of hitting not kind of hitting a wall, but it's a lot of work. So 189, 190, 191, I'm working on those three. They work in conjunction with Quantum Radio because of Microsoft Quantum, Google Quantum, and I should say Intel Quantum, but those guys are like taking the credit without even paying me. So I don't feel right to mention Intel Corp Quantum when they're taking all the credit and pay and they're not paying me. It's illegal. It's a ghost job. They cannot get the credit. Let's see. GT Radio, we're at episode 720. I have to get it to 730. So I'm working on that. I got 10 more episodes of drum and bass. There's been some amazing DJs in the Los Angeles community for Respect Drum and Bass, and I'll reach out to them for some of their latest singles to put that on GT Radio, one of my favorite podcasts, drum and bass. Love to listen to that. Gives everybody else a headache, but for me, that's how I concentrate. Techno Radio, need to work on episode 198, almost at episode 200. Charlotte DeWitt from Belgium, my favorite techno crush, along with Amelie Lenz, who's busy right now with her pregnancy, and Sam Abdulaziz, who's the Palestinian DJ. All of them techno artists. I love them to death, and I just can't wait to listen to some of their DJ sets and what they're listening to right now. They're doing tremendous work and they're amazing. Mu Radio, very tough situation. As you know, rock and roll is not my forte. I'm always trying to come up with the new artists of rock and roll and alternatives, and need to find some new artists or old artists to put their music on my episodes. So I'm at an episode. I need to do 197, 198, 199 to get to 200 milestone. So probably got to listen to Radio X and England, and listen to Radio X and see some of these bands and look for some more music to listen to. I know a lot of you are like shaking, or you're wearing your skateboarding shoes and you're like, the fuck do you mean you don't know any of these new artists? Well, guys, I'm sorry to say, but remember, guys, all I do is I mainly listen to electronic music. That's my bread and butter. Like, alternative and rock music. That's what I listened to when I was in high school, when I was younger, when I was desperately in love with a gal or whoever. That's the music I listened to when I was in my youth. Nowadays, all I listen to is mainly techno. But trying to come back to listen to bands like Oasis or Blur or whoever, I have to really listen, and I have to start seeing who's out there, and basically, I'll share you with the music, but I got to look up some new artists. So I'm working on that. Omega Radio is at a good level right now. We got episode 225, 226. We got some new album from Damian Lillard, amazing. And we got a new album from ZKR, ZKR, or ZKR. Je sais pas comment on l'appelle. He's French. He's a French rapper. Probably got featured on Skyrock FM. You want to hear more about that? Just listen to my French videos for Zack Cafe with Zacky because it's French rap. Disco Radio almost at 199 and 200. Looking forward to Disco Radio. Very big deal for me. I'm very eager to get to milestone 200, and it's very excited. I'm very eager. I'm watching some old episode of the Knight Rider reboot, and looking forward to the new series. I know they're making a new one or a new movie. I know that they were supposed to announce it. I know there's a delay. Can't wait for this. It's going to be amazing. Epsilon Radio for my fans who are country music or military. Usually they like country music. They want some new episodes. I know they do. I'm working on it. I got episode 47, 48, 49, and I know they really want me to get to episode 51 for numerous reasons. I'm getting there. I got some new content on my Spotify. I'm going to work on there and make some new episodes. Big Beta Radio, 198, 199, 200. Those episodes are coming soon. Deep house music, very, very cool music, and probably about time for me to get to relax and watch some new episodes of Gintama and read a Shonen Jump magazine. Can't wait to do that. It's very important for the JLR OS ecosystem for these other podcasts to get past level 200. I'm starting to look at the code, and some people are I agree with them that some of the code is malfunctioning, and I need to get to episode 200 on some of them just to stabilize the operating system. So I'm working on that. Hard House Radio, got to get that to episode 61. I think I'm around 56, so I'll get to that and get to it very fast, and really eager to get that done. And if you're at Marvel, please listen to what I have to say. I'm very excited about the female actress for She-Hulk, and I don't like the fact that she's been overlooked. And I really need you guys to offer her season 2 because she does tremendous work. And quite frankly, guys, if you have all these superhero shows, let's be honest, they're gonna need a lawyer. They're gonna need a lawyer because the power that they wield, we can't all be Spider-Man and have Daredevil as our lawyer. All of these guys are going to need to lawyer up just because of the power they have, and people are taking advantage of them or whatever. So, Marvel, you're watching, please get us a season 2 of She-Hulk. Thank you so much. Cyberpunk Radio, episode 23 is on its way. I'm working on it. I have some new music, and I'll be able to share it. It's synthwave music, and it's going to be great. Zeta Radio is at episode 104. It should have been at 106. I don't know if people removed some of their songs from Spotify, so I hope that they did not. I'll go ahead and try to get to 106 again. Kappa Radio is the new station for Latin music. I got Bad Bunny on the first one. More episodes on their way. Episode 2 to 6 are on their way soon. This is for the Latino community. I love George Lopez. I think of him as like my next door neighbor, and so his previous TV show is one of my favorite. I'm watching his new one; it's pretty good as well. And speaking of Latino folks, I just have tremendous respect for Alex Padilla, and I need him. I need the California senator to really get out the vote and get these Latino people to understand that they need to vote Democrat and not Republican. They need to vote for a Democrat that helps them and their needs and everything that they need. That's what's important. I'm also speaking of elections. I can't stop thinking about 2024 and who should be in the cabinet and who would be a better Speaker of the House? Would Alex Padilla be a better Speaker of the House, or would Gavin Newsom to be a better Speaker of the House? And the reason being is, sorry to say, guys, but who's going to deal with all these old white people in Congress? Are they going to take Alex Padilla seriously, or they're not going to? Are they going to disrespect him because he's Latino? Are we going to need Gavin Newsom in there to take care of all these people? We need someone who is going to get legislations done. We have bills to pass. We have stuff to do. I am tired of dealing with a situation where the Democrats are in charge, the Republicans hold the House and the Senate, and basically hold our country hostage, where nothing gets passed, nothing gets done. Let's be honest. We know what happened. Biden was in charge, but we didn't have the House and Congress, and nothing get done. Why? Because we're Democrats, we're peace-loving people, we're tree huggers and all this and that. And who are Republicans? Republicans are the one who have guns armed to their teeth. Republicans are the one walking around with AR-15s, not Democrats. Democrats have guns too. We don't parade around with them. So we need to have a serious conversation. We need to strategize as to how we're going to deal with 2024 in a situation where Democrats get stuff done, get bills passed, and not be at the mercy of Republicans who basically don't know what else to say, but they grab us by the balls. They won't let us get anything done. Let's see. Theater radio is classical music. I've got 6 episodes now, and this is because of mainly the elderly population who love classical music and are very excited about the work that I do, but quite frankly, they can't listen to techno. It gives them a headache. So there's a classical music, and also a big shout out to Camille, who is a classical artist, and Camille was also one of my childhood friends growing up, and she's a badass. She's martial arts, and her home team of soccer, Brest, is in the top 3 in the Ligue 1. So right now, the Stade Rennais is not even in the top 6 right now. I don't know what's going on, but if Brest gets to Champions League and Stade Rennais does not, she's going to look very powerful, and I'm going to look stupid over here. So, guys, we're competing here. We have to make sure Stade Rennais gets to Champions League next year. Let's get that done. Right now, we're in Europa League. Let's see what happens. I just want to say a big congrats to Brest for being in the top 3. This is impressive. Valve Software is soon to announce some new games. We're all hopeful that Half-Life 3 is confirmed. It is really possible that Gabe Newell will make an announcement. Half-Life 3 is almost confirmed. We cannot wait. Let us make that happen. I got to hurry up and finish Half-Life Alyx, and I just can't wait for an Half-Life 3 announcement. I'm very excited. Moving on some music. A very big fan of Lights. Lights, of course, is a musical artist who's a female musical artist in world of dance music, and people always say that I don't support female artists enough. Well, here's one of them. I like her very much, and she used to work with Io, and Io passed away, and we're all very sad and upset about this. And I hope that Lights can work with the label that had Io, and basically do whatever paperwork is necessary so that they could release a compilation of all of Io's performances on an album, on a CD. I will gladly give my money and buy that CD because he was an amazing artist, and we just need to talk about him. And he died from suicide, and it's really important to talk about suicide prevention. It's not a joke. It's very important. Reach out to your friends and dance music community, and remember that during the pandemic, this was very dark times for those guys. Those guys love to go out and were DJing in front of thousands of people, and basically during COVID, they were DJing in front of Nobody, and it was very tough for them. So lights. Reaching out to you if you can get IO music labels and all that to release the CD with the CD Warehouse Summer and then all of his singles onto one album, so we can all purchase it and people understand the great work that he has done and live on his legacy. That would be great. Thank you, Lights. Rooster Five added to manga added to the book club. It's going to be great. And speaking of the book club, it's ready. And here's the book club for February. Here it is in its entirety. We have Mobile Suit Gundam Volume 3, Mobile Suit Gundam Volume 3, the origin story. We have Those Guys Have All the Fun Inside of the World of ESPN. We have a Case File Neurology, a third edition. We have LAN Party. All you guys who love computers, LAN Party, we need to have a LAN Party or something. I just, the gaming laptop that I use is the Razer. I have a wallpaper that says Razer Cafe. I don't know what else to say, guys, but you just need to, you want to have a great idea, just open a goddamn cafe for a LAN party. I live in Modesto, have open one here, that would be great. Basically everyone would show up with their computers and it would be really fun for all of us to play video games or just to chill out and work like crazy. It would be really fun. Twilight, for my female fans, I'm reaching out to people who love vampire stuff and whatnot. So I will we'll start reading Twilight series, and I will watch the movie series as well to appease the female actress who is from the Twilight series, and obviously I'm a big fan of the guy from the Twilight series because he's the Batman. He's the future Batman. And he'll be in Batman 2 coming out next year. It's gonna be fun. The Terminal List, book 4. It's gonna be great. Season 2 is coming to Amazon Prime, but Terminal prequel is in the works as well. And the Terminal, great series. The equivalent of the guys who were basically went full psychopath and like, what the hell's going on with this military industrial complex? Who was the one who made all the money? Who's benefiting for this and making all the military veterans completely PTSD? It's obviously all of Dick Cheney's fault. Dick Cheney, who's made all of this money. Dick Cheney is the root of all evil, and Dick Cheney is Dick Cheney's funeral. There's some of the secrets are so dangerous, so disturbing. Reading all of that information, there's no more else to say. No more thing else to say that Dick Cheney is the root of all evil. Let's see a future book. We have GTO, A Great Teacher Onizuka, Paradise Lost, volume 7 and 8, a continuation of the great manga, and GTO, obviously, Great Teacher Onizuka. He reaches out and is a substitute teacher to all of the teachers all of the students who are basically at risk, who are mean, who the toughest classroom in all of the school. Whether it's when I talk about it in America or in France, when I talk in coffee with Zack in French. But GTO is the one who makes education fun, make it interesting, and make people want to read and study again, and want to find a way to make it interesting and enjoy going to school. So GTO new volumes 7 and 8 on the book club for this month. We're gonna try to read the Familiar book series again. The Familiar book series. There's 5 volumes. Incredibly difficult book. Very difficult. Mark Z. Danielski, author of House of Leaves, one of the most dangerous, complicated, scariest book to read. Very difficult book to read. The Familiar book was supposed to be like a 28, 29 part series. Right now, you just had the season 1 with the 5 books. And for people who are bookworms, people who love books, I'm reaching out to you guys. There's a local bookstore opening in a month or so. I basically want to go out there and talk to you guys and say, we have to get together and we have to get this book. We have to read this book. It's a wonderful book. Mark Z. Danielski wrote this book, and it's a challenge to read this book. I'm an advanced, very advanced reader. I can read books like this. I can read books, the whole content. You know, I read books instantly almost. But reading Mark Z. Danielski's books are so complicated, so much. I don't know. It's like when you read a Mark Z. Danielski book, it's like you're almost you feel like you're back in school trying to read some Shakespeare or some French classical books. That is, it's just you cannot read at the speed of light. You really have to. You're reading three sentences, and it's taking you 10 minutes to process these three sentences. It is that complicated. So hopefully we can try to read this book again and see what happens and let's try to get it done again, guys. Let's try again. We'll read The Familiar, Book 1 by Mark Z. Danielski. He's an excellent author, a very great author, and it's a challenge. I'll tell you guys right now, it's going to be a challenge to read this book. Freedom is a constant struggle. Ferguson, Palestine, the foundation of a movement. Angela Davis, Black Lives Matter. Black History Month, very important book. This is my book of choice for this month. Let's get that done. I have two books for my French readers. Objectif 2030, Un monde sans extrême pauvreté. That's Najat Vallaud-Belkacem. And Refuser la cruauté du monde, le temps d'aimer est venu, Ségolène Royal. These two women are very dear to my heart. I need them to understand that we have to be our full support behind them. These women are potential presidential and prime minister candidates for the next presidential elections in France. I know I'm always, everyone thinks it's very, Zack, I'm a very guys club or whatever, but I respect women, and these two women, these are my plan A for the next elections in France. This is who I want to win. Plan B is Macron and Attal for a second term, but my plan A is those two women to win. I really want them to win, but this is a boring subject for many of you. I'll talk about it in my next video in French. Another book, some comic books. We have Batman Superman, World's Finest episode, comic book 10. We have Batman from the comic book from 2016. I just remember they finally released some new issues, so now I was able to read from 137 all the way to 141. Very excited about that. Iron Man Volume 2, 2022, and Captain America Symbol of Truth, Episode 3. Some new comic books, and very important books out on MSNBC. Essentially the equivalent of a Rachel Maddow's book club for the month. It's called Hit 'Em Where It Hurts: How to Save Democracy by Beating Republicans at Their Own Game. Rachel Bitkofer, Aaron Murphy. That's we have to find a way to defeat these Republicans, and yeah, we gotta get that done. I'm playing Naruto Storm 1. As you remember, I have for the longest time, for many years, I've understood the powers of Naruto and how he's got to always save the village. He's got this much hype of paperwork, like this much, and he's going one by one and writing reports, all this and that. So I know exactly what it feels like. And I'm playing the series on the PlayStation. It's this Naruto Storm. There's essentially 4 games, and then there's a Naruto. There's more than that, and then there's the new one. Is the one Naruto X Boruto. So I have a while till I get there, but I'm playing the first game right now, and right now I'm at the part of I just finished the Tsunade arc where Tsunade is Hokage, I guess, and now I'm gonna play the part where Sasuke is leaving the village, and there's the whole arc with that, and we'll see what happens. I've known the whole series. Some of you do not know it, but I'm eager to play the series. These are very fond memories from my youth, and looking forward to playing that. Visual Studio 2022 Professional for you guys that are programmers and coders. I included a link of one of my previous blog posts. The application, the software was on sale for $50 from a website like Stack Social or something like that. And this price point is a gift to you guys. It's a gift to you guys from Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft. Listen, guys, a lot of you are coders and geeks. You know, you're programmers and nerds. Um, some of you are newcomers and you want to code in this. Well, you need this app. Well, guess what, guys? This app this app is worth $5,000. This app is priceless. This app is so expensive. We grew up on this app. We had a computer science class. So this is what we used. And this app was very expensive to have a license. And Satya Nadella is really creating a revolution over here. He's basically saying, okay, do you really want to code? You really want to code? You're not bullshitting around? All these guys that want to code now, Visual Studio 2022 Professional, the whole app Professional for $50. This thing costs $5,000, guys. He's like handing it to you guys. Go nuts. Start coding. Start writing everything that you want. You can build amazing things with it. As you know, for me, I'm more of a, I'm a project manager. I use Microsoft Project. I use Omni Suite. But for me, as far as coding, I use R programming and Python. So needless to say, I'm a project manager, but in some ways, I'm a data scientist. I may not have the accolade and the certification to prove it, but I'm a data scientist as well as comes to shove. Yeah. Remember the Red Stripe beer that I was mentioning from my story about Josh and at the office where all those women were hitting on him, and basically he drank a Red Stripe because he's a family man. Well, I'm also a family man, so here's a Red Stripe. This is what we're drinking this weekend. You want to know what I'm drinking this weekend? I'm drinking Red Stripe, and I'm also going to drink another beer that will be in the French video. I'll talk about it some more. I'll give you a little hint. It's a Japanese beer. Guys, the Super Bowl is tomorrow, so here's my 2 cents, my PSA. Please do not drink and drive. Very important. The Super Bowl is a time of the year where everyone basically gets shit-faced, and I hate that. I cannot basically, ever since I've had this accident where my paralyzed vocal cord when I was in college, I can never drink more than 2 beers and get sick. So I can never drink more than 2 beers. Every time I drink more than 2 beers, I get sick. So, but yeah. So guys, please, if you are drinking, do not drive. Get a designated driver. Get get an Uber, a Lyft, get a train, get a bus, get a plane, get a spaceship. I don't give a shit. Just please do not drink and drive. Always wear your seatbelt. Do not smoke weed while driving. Do not be on the influence of medication. Drive safely tomorrow during Super Bowl, please. Very important. It's very important. It can mean life and death. Don't do it, guys. Obviously, tomorrow, if you have to be on the road, especially if you're a trucker, a lot of my anonymous friends who are on the road all the time, they're truckers because I love Transformers and Autobots and all that. But Optimus Prime. But if you want to drink a beer tomorrow and you have to drive, then you have to drink a 0.0. Now, a lot of companies that make 0.0% alcohol beer, and here's the one of my beer of choice that is 0%. It's a Heineken 0.0% alcohol. You drink this 0.0% alcohol, you can still operate heavy machinery. That's what's incredible about this beer. So, Gundam. No. Anyway, if you have to, you like the taste of beer, you want to drink something, drink a 0% alcohol beer, no matter what the brand. But if you drink a Heineken 0.0, that can still let you get on the road and basically keep working. Like it's a huge sense of relief. It really helps out. So don't take it for granted. These guys have created this thing. Use it. Don't take the risk of drinking a bunch of beers that have alcohol content in it and get on the road. Law enforcement, CHP, local PD, they how many times do they have to lecture you? Do you really need a suspended driver license? Do you really need a $10,000 fine? Do you really need to go to school for a year almost? Do you really need yellow license plates? No, you don't, guys. Don't take the risk. I just, I know like people are always upset by the way I talk like this because, okay, okay, Dad, I have to. I've seen the damage that can be caused by people who get on the road and and get a DUI and car accidents and all this and that. The damage is terrible. It's very bad. So please do not drink and drive. It's basically my video to just tomorrow is a great day of NFL football. There's going to be the 49ers, the Kansas City Chief. Um, Taylor Swift's going to be up there dancing and cheering her her boyfriend, and I'm going to be here cheering on 49ers because they're sponsored by the SAP, and my dream is to work at SAP because they're in the San Francisco Bay Area, and the CEO is a very cool German guy, and he hires people that are neurodivergent. So I really want to get this done. I love San Francisco Bay. I like to commute there. I just if I can get a job at SAP, it would make my dream come true because then I could afford what it is that I need, which is I need a new vehicle, a German engineer vehicle, and I need a salary to pay for the mortgage, pay for the bills, and this and that. So there we go. Let's see what can happen. Now I'm going to talk about something that's a little weird, but I have to say it. It's kind of like the doctor and me talking, even though I'm not a doctor. But please wash your butts. I know it's very common for Muslims to have a bidet. I know Palestinian comedians make this joke all the time, like you need to have a bidet, you have to wash your ass. But the doctor saying this is not enough because if you do not wash your butt and you shake hands with people, you can spread diseases, including COVID-19. This is the reason, as stupid as it sounds, this is the reason why I wear my wedding ring on my right finger. I do not wear my wedding ring on my right finger because I'm gay. No, I'm not gay. I'm in a heterosexual relationship. I love my wife very much. I am left-handed. I wipe my butt with the left hand, and when I wash my hands to make sure there's no fecal matter on my wedding ring. As stupid as it sounds. But this conversation that I've had, a lot of doctors are talking about it. Basically, millions of doctors who are left-handed are talking about this. They're basically saying, do you wear your wedding ring on your left hand? Are you left-handed? Put it on the other finger. Don't get shit on your wedding ring. Even the Surgeon General is like, well shit, this guy makes a lot of sense. We probably should have to listen to him. Sorry to say, but it's true, guys. Some of you are walking around with shit on your wedding ring. That's pretty disgusting. Moving on, I have a PDF of the Air Space Force magazine Almanac 2023. This information is very vital, very important. It has basically our entire weaponry system in there, all these planes, everything. This information is very important, and it's very delicate information. And like I said in previous years, I had to keep the almanac and guard it with my life, so that Trump would not win the past election. I did everything possible to make sure that Biden win. And now in 2024, I have to do the same fucking story. I have to keep this almanac to myself and guard it with my life. You know how sometimes people guard things with their life, or a football player has a football and they hold it guarded with their life when they run to get a touchdown. The way that Ocho Cinco made so many great touchdowns for the Cincinnati Bengals. And now Ocho Cinco took a spot at the Raiders. Great news. Who knows what he's going to do for them? It's going to be amazing. And I think Ocho Cinco is also working with Apple and Tim Cook. It's going to be amazing news. Who knows what the heck they're going to be working on with Vision Pro? It's going to be awesome. But guys, this almanac, this is I've been really, people have been looking at me and saying, Zachy, you're the one. You're the one that has to save us again from this nightmare. You have to save this almanac and not let Trump put us back in a alternate universe Biff scenario again, like he did before. I have to guard this thing, and we have to not let Trump win ever again. We cannot have access to nuclear codes. This MAGA cult is a disease. It's basically just like Hillary Clinton said. She said that we have to deprogram this individual. They're really, their education levels is so bad. They're unable to distinguish fact from fiction, what is real and what is not real. It's not their fault. The majority of them, they've never had a college or university education. They've been basically exploited for their money, and Trump stole all of their money, with True Social, whatever those apps that he had, and they're lost it all. And so imagine Trump being like a terrible pastor. Imagine Trump being like a pastor who molests teenage girls and younger. Trump is a pedophile. That's who he is. The FBI has now labeled Trump as bad as the FLDS church sect leader in Utah. That's the level of terrorism we're dealing with here. That's how bad it is. All right, guys. Moving on. Very excited about the PS Remote Play for PlayStation. I just remembered that I have that application on my Razer laptop in my office, but I also can install it for my MacBook Pro. So that means some very amazing, cool things is basically I'm going to be doing the same thing that Kevin Rose does with his wife Daria Dr. Rose, where they're all, both of them, watching a movie or a Netflix, and Kevin Rose is secretly using his Nintendo Switch to play video games and leveling up on whatever games he's playing. Well, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to be watching Netflix with my wife, and I'm going to have the MacBook on, and I'm going to have my PlayStation controller, and while we're watching some Netflix, I'll be able to leveling up a bunch of my games where I'm really very far behind, and I need to catch up and help everybody out. So looking forward for a PS Remote Play for the PlayStation. I'll hook up my PlayStation controller to my MacBook Pro and basically leveling up a little faster. Like everybody is playing Yakuza and be like, Zack, you're going to love this game. This is amazing. The whole series of Like a Dragon and all this and that. You have to speed it up. Go faster. Well, guys, don't worry. While we're watching TV, I'm going to be on the MacBook Pro, and I'm going to keep leveling up until I get to the point and play Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth with the rest of you guys. I can't wait. I know you guys made this game for your fans, and I mean, I feel like this game was made for me. I love that game. It looks really cool. I can't wait. I'm excited about playing The Man Who Erased His Name. I cannot wait to play that. I was supposed to play that for Christmas, and I basically realized I have a lot of work to do before I get to that point. So looking forward to it. Dual Sense Edge controller, guys. I don't know how else to say it, but please keep this controller away from reach from the young ones, siblings, and whoever. This is very sensitive equipment, very powerful equipment, but very expensive. So when you're done using it, put it out of reach from the young ones. The Dual Sense Edge controller is very powerful. Don't break it. You can't just buy another one. It's really expensive. Put it in a safe spot. Don't forget to fill out your ballot, guys. It's California. It's the primaries. It's time to fill out your ballot. We all know, for the Biden-Harris campaign. And if you're a youngin, go ahead. If you're in your 20s, it's a great time to volunteer. I'm 40 now and a little busy right now because I'm a project manager in the field of information technology, IT, and now I'm also an advisor to both American and French governments, whether officially or unofficially. The stakes cannot be higher. I have a lot of work. But guys, if you get your ballot, get your mail-in ballot, and go ahead and fill it out. If you have some questions, go look at this. And obviously in the next blog post, I'll talk about the candidates. But For my neck of the woods, it's Adam Gray. It's Jennifer. I forgot her last name. I'll have to figure out who it is again. And Josh Harder is in the county next door. Josh Harder is basically had to escape this hellhole because everybody's too much extreme right here, and thankfully I'm trying to build a fortress to trying to bring back Democrats back to this to Stanislaus County. So I'm doing my best. Um, please volunteer, knock on doors, make phone calls, all this and that. This is what I've done for the Obama campaign on both times around. This is what I've done for the Hillary campaign, and then unfortunately she lost. So, you know, you're young, you have stamina, get it done. Basically, if you want to know why I'm not out there with you guys and shaking hands, kissing babies, well, go look on my blog. The reports that I've written are so tremendous, and the intelligence community is waiting for me to write my reports and give status updates, basically, because I've said it before, guys. Don't if people are making Brennan work at 5 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday morning, right before Valentine's Day. I don't know how else to say it, guys, but the hour is grim. There's a lot to be done. I know the American government are not short staffed in the same way that French government is. So I'm here, and I'm doing my best, but I need some fundings. And like I said right now, if I can't even get some fundings, I'm really upset at Sam Altman, who's putting a price tag of $7 trillion on his Chat GPT like he's the shit. Well, I'm sorry, Sam Altman, but my operating system, I basically said give the green light for AF Works and SpaceWorks to use the code however they want because of national security, and they said, you know what the price tag is on that is worth like 30 trillion. That's how much it's worth. So fuck you with your 7 trillion net worth over the year. So I'm basically Iron Man at this point. I'm and all I asked was a German engineering vehicle. That's what I want. I want a German engineering vehicle. I want an RS6 Avant. Ideally, that's the car that I want. It's not in my budget price, but Volkswagen is announcing something new at the Super Bowl tomorrow. I really hope it's the poor man's version of a wagon sports car, so we'll see what happens. Moving on, there's a lot of people at home. Oh, wait, the election, yes. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Gavin Newsom, Alex Padilla, Pete Buttigieg, just those guys. They're a very important part. They're going to have to be in the next administration as well, so vote for them, get it done. Moving on, next subject. A lot of people at home with long COVID. They're stuck at home. They need a cure. They don't know what to do. I implore scientists, researchers, and doctors to come up with a solution as soon as humanly possible. A lot of these people's lives have been turned upside down, and they're extremely sick. They have our support. The majority of them cannot even have been locked inside at home, and they can only get themselves time to themselves when they go on the road, and they send distress signals asking for help. This is why it's important to get vaccinated and to get a booster after 6 months and to get vaccinated children so that they do not die and then you're not live a life filled with regrets. If you have any questions about the COVID-19 vaccine or the COVID-19 virus, please talk to your doctor. Read the content on the CDC official website. It's very important, guys. This is real life. It's not like in the video games where you can just go back in time and load the game if you die and you go to a save point. This is real life. In real life, if you are attended by the COVID-19 virus and you're not vaccinated, you can die. That can happen. And a lot of people are like, oh no, you can build an immune system and then you feel all better. Go talk to the people whose lives have been turned upside down, where their spouse have been killed because of a virus. Their children have been killed because of the virus. Talk to all those people who had all those people in the hospitals on respirators. Do you remember all those landfills or people, go look at the statistics. 1 million dead Americans, over 18 million dead worldwide. I don't know how many times I had to say it, guys. Do you not take COVID-19 virus seriously because it's not a spectacular special effect terrorist attack? Do we really have to film a video of a plane going to the World Trade Center um, every week? That's what happened here. 3,000 people died every week for months. Don't you remember the picture in Washington, D.C. with all those little white flags? Every one of those white flags represents a life that has been lost by the COVID 19 virus. If you don't take that shit seriously, I'm, I mean, forget scared straight. Let's do scared straight for the medical field. Let's put all these idiots who do not take the virus seriously and tell them to wear a fucking mask, full gear eye with eye goggles, and sit in the goddamn hospital for 12 hours a day trying to save lives. And see how if they still think that it's not it's it doesn't exist, it doesn't feel. Do you have any idea the level of stress of these doctors who were in the hospital during the pandemic? They have been petrified for life. A little bit of respect, please. My work is important, but I get to just sit behind a keyboard. My work is important. I just make a lot of music. My work is important. I help people with music therapy, with all that work. But you need to take doctors with a little higher level of respect, guys. I need a Netflix documentary right now about the doctors of the COVID-19 pandemic. I want to see you guys to watch these stories about the guys who were in full getup with the lab coat, with with the eye goggles, with the mask, who took it off and had scars. They had scars on themselves by how much they were wearing the mask. They had to come home, immediately take a shower, throw their clothes into the laundry. They could not hug their wives and children. They could not hug their husbands and children. Where are those books? Where are those stories? Why is everyone laughing it up on 5 fucking different streaming portals? Yes, I love watching Netflix and Amazon and Paramount and Hulu and Showtime. But are we really gonna forget about these people? These men, you talk about the heroes of 9/11 and the firefighters. Well, what about the heroes from the COVID-19 pandemic? I know there's a lot of people who say I've done tremendous work and this motherfucker should get a medal. I'll take a medal. You better give a medal to all those goddamn doctors who worked during the pandemic. Seriously, guys. Okay. Let me not get upset. It's Saturday night. People are having fun. They're basically getting ready for tomorrow and the ball game. Please eat some more salad or kale because it's good for digestion and eat more fruits, guys. I think we're all forgetting to eat some fruits. Very important. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Shout out to all my fans and supporters. And I basically have over 10 subscribers now. So slowly but surely it's happening. And, I'll have to build the base of supporters from the scratch, just like I did on my other portals when I did my 1,500 followers on Twitter, my 500 unique followers on my blog, and my unknown amount of followers on my podcast. So here's thank you to my 10 YouTube subscribers, and on to the 10 next. And the next goal is to get 25 subscribers, and eventually 50 subscribers, and hopefully eventually 100 subscribers. My journey towards 100,000 subscribers is long and hard until I can get a check from YouTube and hopefully buy that car. So there we go. Thanks, guys, for watching. Until next time, and yeah, the next video will be coffee with Zacky in French. And guess I'm wearing Naruto. Got the Naruto hoodie here. So let me just do hand signals. And till next time, guys. Thanks. Oh, what was I going to say? I think I forgot one thing. Yeah. These are my business cards. You want to see them? You want to network? I will be, my hangout of choice will be the tofu shop, Fujiwara Tofu Bistro. That's in Fremont. And I'll be there at a meetup. That's where I'm meeting up. And like I said, a bunch of things were getting in the way of me meeting up there, and I don't know what the hell was happening. A lot of the time it got canceled because of weather. A lot of the time it got canceled because of it was too early, and I'm a night person. A lot of the time it got canceled because of other calendar or things of that nature. But I'm doing my best to get back to Tofu Bistro, and I will be there soon. So soon to see you guys, and hopefully I can show up with a great new vehicle. Until right now, my vehicle is stock, so let's hope that my vehicle is stock, but it's a pretty special vehicle. But I need to get something with a little bit more kick. So hopefully someone can help me out. All right, guys. See you soon.